upward facing dog, or Urdhva, Mukha, Savasana. So from here we're going to come onto our bellies. And so I'm going to go through, that's upward facing dog. I'm going to go through Cobra first because it's a lot easier of a back bend. It's a lot gentler on you. So you want to bring your hands, so your fingertips are just below your chest. You want to press down through your hands. And so we're laying face down. You want to pull or draw your legs back, kind of engage them back. You want to press those hands down on the mat and kind of draw them back like you're trying to pull the mat, trying to shift yourself forward. And from here we're going to draw the shoulder blades down your back and bring the heart forward. So it's kind of a rolling movement in your chest. So here you go. So from here we're going to inhale ourselves up, drawing our shoulders back. Remember, we're trying to draw the mat away from us, so we're trying to bring ourselves forward with our chest and our hands, but we should be able to, there should be enough weight on our bodies that we could lift our hands and there's no change in the pose whatsoever. And to come out of it, we're just going to exhale, lower the chest and head back down. Now for upward facing dog. This is a little bit more challenging of a pose, and we need to focus a little bit more on our body. So there's a couple of variations we can do with our feet. We can keep our feet down, like this, or we can bring the tops of the feet down. Depends on what's more comfortable with your ankles. And so I actually prefer this variation myself. So we're going to keep our hands in the same position that we did for Cobra pose. We're going to draw those hands back, and this time we're going to straighten the arms completely and lift the entire body. And so we want to make sure, and so you notice my hands were a little bit forward of my shoulders. That is a much better position than having my shoulders like this. This can damage the shoulders, but the ideal position is right here, where the shoulders are directly above the hands. You want to draw your shoulders down and back, and you want to be lifted off the mat. So you're only on your feet and your hands. And when you're doing these poses, you want to make sure that you are tucking your lower back, so tucking your tailbone. And to do this, you really want to engage your glutes or engage your lower abdomen. For me, it's easiest for me to engage my lower abdomen. You can actually see the pelvis tilt. And so I want this position when I'm going into these back bends because it'll help protect the iliosacral joint. And so coming into this pose just one more time, we're coming in from Chaturanga, which is one of the most common poses that we come into it from. So we're leaning forward, lower ourselves down. From here we're just going to inhale ourselves up. Making sure I'm tucking my tailbone. My shoulders are down and back. My chest is high and lifted. And then from here we tend to go into downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck our toes under. Lift our hips up and back into downward facing dog.